The number one complaint, maybe the number two complaint after the price actually, with the Quest Pro is the comfort. People saying this forehead pad's too small, saying it doesn't hold on to the back of their head well enough. And you can see I've already done some modification myself to try and make that back of the head pad hold on a little better. JBDoge on Etsy sent me something to help not only with comfort, but also potentially with audio direction. Let's check this out. $30 is the price if it comes with the audio strap. It's time to sharpen the unboxing knife. I feel like it's not cutting like it used to. Oh boy, that's just really, really dense tape. Oh God. I swear it's like a meme. People are trying to use stronger and stronger tape and more of it to mess with me when they send me things. All right, so we got some 3D printed goodness. Put this away, I guess. Looks like we're done cutting stuff up. Aw, thank you. I appreciate your time. Enjoy. So basically, a lot of people have said they wished this thing had a top strap. This has an elastic top strap to go over the top that's adjustable, but then it also has some sound redirecting cups to kind of help get that sound aimed into your ears better. That was a common thing on the Quest 2 because the audio really wasn't even aimed at your ears on the Quest 2. It was just aimed wherever and hoped it went towards your ears. On the Quest Pro, it's a little better at least. You can kind of see the speakers, although they have something. They have this rod here hiding. You can see the speakers here. So these are meant ideally to help hold in that sound more towards your ears and give you that extra top strap for comfort. The top strap is optional though. I want VR headsets to be done with top straps, but first impressions, I gotta say, having a top strap back, it does make this whole headset feel a little more stable. Although the headset, it can feel a little unstable is the problem. The ear cups, I'm gonna have to go do some audio checks, so I'm gonna get back to you on how those sound and go. The top strap so far is kind of a nice addition. Of course, it could be argued, this is 3D printed. Are you cheapening a $1,500 headset by slapping 3D print on it? But I already kind of cheapened it by throwing freaking Velcro tape and this random ring I had on there. So I'm gonna go do some audio testing, do some comfort testing and some gaming, check these out a little bit more and get back to you with some final thoughts. Recently, all of us who have been using Supernatural all switched to using the Quest Pro for several reasons, one of which being a little better onboard audio. We've been trying out these off-ear speakers to see, are they gonna make a difference? Are they gonna improve that audio even a little more? And what I've gotta say, it actually did surprise me. Now, for those of you who don't know how the audio works, there's a speaker right here that is aimed above your ear, and because it's up here instead of way up here like the Quest 2 was, it sounds better, it sounds louder, it's doing a better job. These have a port, and then that sound as it travels down, it helps redirect it to your ear and doesn't let as much of it leak out. Everyone found that when they used this Quest Pro, playing the same Supernatural playlist they played before, they're all using it a couple volume notches lower than they were before. So you are getting louder audio, more direct at your ear. You're not needing as much volume. Now for me personally, I was the only one. I didn't really feel like Supernatural ever got loud enough on the stock speakers. It's an app that's notorious for being a little quieter than other ones. And when it comes to something when I want really good music going in my ears and I want to be just getting into it, it's hard if it's not loud enough. So I was using earbuds. I tried this at max volume with these on and it was actually good enough that I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna leave the earbuds away and I'm gonna stick with these and keep using it for that. $30 is the price. It also gives you this top head strap, which we'll talk about that, but audio is the main reason I was interested in these. And I gotta say, it feels like it's delivering on that. They do look 3D printed. They did a pretty good job. I mean, they don't look bad, but the lines are there. It's obviously 3D printed. And because of that, it's not the tightest thing in the world. I mean, if you push on it, it could slide around, but it stays on. It's nice and flexible, so I like that about it. But it is something, if you already like your Quest Pro, you think it looks really premium, you might feel like 3D printing is cheapening it a bit. But for me personally, I'd already made some weird modifications to mine that were already taking it away from that stock look. So I don't really care about the looks of it. I'm looking for functionality. And on that front, the audio has delivered so far. The only complaints I have, my ears do tick out a bit. So I notice sometimes they're touching and I kind of adjust these around and try and find a spot. It's a tough thing because if they're out more, they're not going to do as much with the audio as they're doing now. It's unavoidable for me and my ear just kind of wants to touch it a bit. I accept it and I move on. I just deal with it, but it would be nice if it didn't do that. Now, I'm one of the people that actually finds the Quest Pro really comfortable in its stock setup. This forehead pad fits my forehead just right. And then the rear head pad was fine, but I wanted more stability is why I added this. Just hold on to my whole head instead of kind of just resting back there. This does add another layer of stability because now for a lot of people, they were tightening their Quest Pro down too tight because it felt like it was gonna slip down. This does seem to stop that. This holds weight up on top of your head. It's not the most elegant looking elastic strap. It's got all this here, but the original original intention was also adding these hooks so that if you wanted to put like a real quality plastic strap on, you'd have those options. I think the top strap's okay. I might actually go without it because I don't feel I need it, but it's nice there for stability if someone did. The one problem is if you over tighten it, which you can do, then the fact that it's elastic, it'll start to pull up as you're playing and you might find the whole headset slipping up, which was a problem people were already having. But outside of that, I've got to say for $30, if you were having issues with it, this is an accessory I would say just go get. But if you were someone who felt like the audio wasn't quite loud enough, or you want to try something else to make it a little more comfortable, maybe this is the way to go. Especially if you're catching this video on launch day, the Quest Pro's on sale right now, $400 off in the US. So if you've been on the fence about getting one, or you had one and you returned it because you're like, oh, comfort, maybe this will give you another shot. I'm still hoping and waiting for someone else to make an aftermarket forehead pad to just replace this. Make something wider, maybe cushier, because it wouldn't be that hard. We're not quite there yet, but I do think this is a fair 3D printable upgrade, especially if you have a 3D printer and you can make this yourself, you know, buy the files or whatever and save yourself some money. But I will leave links in the description where you can see the Etsy store here, where you can contact JB in case you want to also just see about getting those files and making something for yourself. But I gotta say, good engineering, good attempts with the 3D printing. I like that people are doing something themselves and not just waiting for companies to solve their problems too. So what do you think? I'd love to know in the comments. Thank you for coming out, and I will see you in another reality.